talk about London Fletcher a little bit right here because, I mean, the guy is second all-time in tackles, and he's not a Hall of Famer right now, and I really don't know why. I think I think that he's kind of getting the Levante David treatment. I'm actually kind of happy that Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay, not necessarily because I'm a Tom Brady fan, but I think that put a spotlight on Tampa Bay, and it put a spotlight on really good players they had, like Levante David, who probably were never going to really get the spotlight if someone like Tom Brady didn't come to Tampa Bay, where this guy's putting up great numbers, Hall of Fame level numbers, but no one's paying attention because Tampa Bay stinks. They don't care about the team. And look, media coverage matters with these players, you know. And guys like Levante David, who didn't get all the media coverage, are finally starting to get media coverage, and they're saying, oh, the guy's really good. Well, he didn't just get this good. He's been this good for a while. You just weren't paying attention. I think that because the Redskins were so bad for so long, London Fletcher went under the radar so long, you know, he wasn't quite as good as a guy like Bobby Wagner or a guy like, I don't know, Luke Kuechly, but he's a darn good football player, and I really don't know why he's not a Hall of Famer. Can you speak to that maybe, Louie T, a little bit?
Yeah, because everybody's not supposed to get into the Hall of Fame.
So you don't think he's a Hall of Famer?
No.
Why not?
Because what I just said, everybody's not supposed to get in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you can't just let everybody in because you play 18 years in the league and you amassed a bunch of tackles on a bunch of bad teams. That doesn't make you a Hall of Fame player. Like, you have to be a guy that comes with accolades, and you have to be universally known as one of the best players in the league during your era of playing. That's never been who London Fletcher has been. As a matter of fact, took him like 15 years or whatever, the first 12, 13 years of his career to even get into the Pro Bowl. Like, he's not a Hall of Fame player. When you're a Hall of Famer, we shouldn't be having a discussion about whether you're a Hall of Fame player or not. If I look at 5 different people and ask you, is this guy a Hall of Famer? It should be pretty much a consensus there. This guy's a Hall of Fame. If we're having a debate, we're having a discussion as to whether this guy belongs in or not, then that probably means he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. And I don't look at London Fletcher. He's a really good player, deserves to be in the Washington Ring of Fame, which he is, but he's not a Hall of Fame football player. Bobby Wagner is a Hall of Fame, a future Hall of Fame football player. You know, one of the best linebackers during his era of playing in this league. Luke Kuechly, even a guy like Patrick Willis, who only played 8 seasons in this league, has more of a fame resume than London Fletcher, who played way longer than Patrick Willis. So, no, I don't think he's a Hall of Fame. I think that's the problem with the NFL Hall of Fame right now anyway, is that and Deion Sanders spoke to this. It's just letting anybody in. You can't just let random guys into the Hall of Fame just because.
He's second all time in tackles.
That's fine. He could be
second all time.
Brian Mitchell.
What if he was first all time?
Mitchell is second in the NFL in all-purpose yards all time behind Jerry Rice. He's not getting in the Hall of Fame. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame, but he's not getting in, more likely than not. Devin Hester's going to get in.
So should London Fletcher be in or not?
No, I already said that. I said that when you asked the question. No, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
He's not a Hall of Fame player. When we watched London Fletcher's career, were you saying this when he was playing? Did you say, man, he's a future Hall of Famer? Were you saying that when London Fletcher was playing?
That doesn't matter. I'm looking at the stuff right now.
Right, that's the point. You're making my point for me. If you have to wait till that person's career is over and then assess that they're a Hall of Fame, then they're not a Hall of Fame player. We should be saying that this guy's a Hall of Fame player while they're playing. So when his career is over, he should be in Canton. Not the career's over and now we look back like, oh man, I didn't know he was second in tackles. He should be in the Hall of Fame. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
I'm glad I asked that question because I actually thought you'd be on my side, but unfortunately not. But I understand your point. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juice Alert Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juice Alert Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.